Ready, start. It is further submitted that the confessions of the accused persons were recorded in the year 1990 when there were no guidelines prescribed for recording of statements under Section 15 of the TADA Act. Full stop. Judgment in the case of Kartar Singh versus State of Punjab, came much later. Full stop. Therefore, the procedure prescribed in Kartar Singh within bracket supra bracket close could not have been followed in the present case. Full stop. Learned Senior Counsel submits that Section 15 of the TADA Act provides the substantive legal framework for recording confessions, while Rule 15 of the TADA rules lays down the procedural safeguards necessary to uphold the validity of such confessional statements. Full stop. Section 15 within bracket 2 of the TADA Act should be read with Rule 15 of the TADA rules. Full stop. Notably, sub rule 3 within bracket B of Rule 15 mandates the police officer recording a confession to append a memorandum at the end of the confession. Full stop. In the present case, Sri A.K. Suri, PW-12, ensured before recording the confessional statements that the accused were doing so voluntarily and they were duly warned about the legal consequences of such confession. Full stop. The accused signed every page of the statements and the recording officer appended the mandatory memorandum confirming the voluntary nature of the confessions. Full stop. The certificates, duly signed and sealed, were forwarded to the competent authority. Full stop. Hence, the issuance of the certificates complied with Rule 15 within bracket 3 of the TADA rules, reflecting the officer's satisfaction regarding the voluntariness of the confessions. Full stop. That apart, it is further submitted that the confessional statement of Muhammad Salim Jargar was additionally recorded under Section 164 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, 1973 within bracket CRPC bracket close, which was duly exhibited during the trial. Full stop. Therefore, the special court was not at all justified in discarding the confessional statements of the above named accused persons. Full stop. On the basis of such confessional statements, the guilt of the accused persons stood conclusively established. Full stop. In these circumstances, learned senior counsel submits that the appeal may be allowed, setting aside the impugned judgment of the special court. Full stop. Learned counsel submits that trial in this case took more than 19 years to complete as the prosecution was very tardy in producing the witnesses before the court while the accused persons remained in custody as under trial prisoners. Full stop. The alleged confessional statements were recorded by one Sri A.K. Suri, PW-12, who was holding the post of Superintendent of Police, CBI at the relevant point of time and was also supervising the investigation of the present case. Full stop. Prosecution could not produce any authorization whereby PW-12 was authorized to record the confessional statements. Full stop. After due consideration, the special court discarded the confessional statements of all the three accused persons. Full stop. While the confessional statement of Muhammad Salim Jargar was rejected because the same confessional statement was relied upon by the prosecution in another trial where it was rejected, in so far the confessional statements of Mustaq Ahmad and Muhammad Sadiq rather are concerned, the special court expressed serious doubt about the voluntary nature of such confessions. Full stop. Elaborating further, learned counsel for the respondents submits that PW-12 did not testify as to how the accused persons had appeared before him on their own. Full stop. He was also silent about the production of the accused persons before him and also in respect of any request regarding recording of such confessional statements made to him by the investigating officer. Full stop. The investigating officer deposed that he had never arrested the accused persons and had not even produced the accused before the court. Full stop. He further stated that he did not ask the SP, CBI within brackets Sri A.K. Suri bracket close to come for recording the statement of the accused persons. Full stop. There is no record to show from whose custody the accused persons were produced before Sri Suri when the alleged confessions were recorded, or whether the accused persons made any desire in writing or orally to get their confessions recorded. Full stop. The testimony of Sri A.K. Suri also shows that no questions were put to and answers sought from the accused persons before recording their confessions. Full stop. There is no contemporaneous record to show that questions were put to the accused persons by Sri A.K. Suri before the statements were recorded. Full stop. No satisfaction was recorded that the confessional statements were made voluntarily and were truthful. Full stop. Admittedly, the confessional statements were recorded under compelling circumstances in places which were fortified and heavily guarded, such as, BSF camp and joint interrogation centers. Full stop. Learned counsel for the respondents submits that it is not the case of the prosecution that no other superintendent of police was available at the relevant point of time and that only Sri A.K. Suri was available, which necessitated him to record the confessional statements. Full stop.